What's going on, dreamers and believers? It's your boy 14RN back here with another video today. So my last upload, I talked about insecurities, personal flaws, shortcomings, and kind of gave you a lot of advice and feedback on how to actually get to the core of that shit, overcome it, beat it, and learn to deal with it and get to this point to where you're actually loving life, loving the person you are, enjoying experiences, moving on with your life, growing, adopting new perspectives, self-development, which is what I'm all about here on this channel, 14RN, trying to pioneer a little something like that. But anyways, it got me motivated and thinking about the opposite end of the spectrum, which is, what if everything was perfect? Let's say all of your hopes and your dreams, you had the perfect body, you had the perfect girlfriend or boyfriend, husband, whatever. You had the car, the business, the money, the job, the glory, the honor, the fame, whatever it is. Imagine you had all of that. Now, in today's modern culture, and I'm not excluded from this too, because I used to really believe in this kind of like concept as well, that all of these things, I had to always be looking forward, like, oh, when I get this car, I'll be happy. When I get this job, I'll finally get a girl, blah, blah. Whenever I get to X level of achievement or possession or money or whatever you want to call it, I was always thinking wow, happiness is on the other side of that. After I get to that, the grass is greener. And if you actually take a step back and look back at it, look in your past and think really hard about something that you were just so proud of and you worked so hard to achieve, and then when you actually achieved it, things were great, but 3 months later you probably forgot about it, and then you're on to the next thing. And in today's modern culture, we're very just frenetic. We're always go, 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 always trying to achieve this next level of perfection, so to speak, always trying to, get to this, level of perfection, and really failing to take a step back and really understand that perfect, as beauty is in the eye of the beholder, perfect is in the mind of the perceiver. So what I want to do with this video is hopefully shed some perspective on what if you didn't have any of your flaws, any of your insecurities, would your life really be that great? And secondly, shed some light on why you actually really want and love, and everything that's not going right in your life is actually a very good and amazing thing for you. I'm actually getting pretty excited about this topic. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and start first on the idea of perfect, and if everything worked out perfectly for you all the time, would your life be amazing and exciting? Let me start by telling you the story that I recorded a couple weeks ago. I've been shooting this video in clips, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and frame out and chop into that one.
All right, this is good.
Perfect?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, guys. So first things first, I want to talk to you about perfection and the word perfect. Now, I think perfect is definitely a beautiful word in the English vocabulary, but I think perfect can be betterly described as perfectly unperfect, as paradoxical as that sounds. So let's get into the story. If you're American or live on this planet, you're probably familiar with a very notable movie franchise and book series that's been around for a long time. It's called The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen those hobbits trek through hell. If you haven't watched the movie, you're probably the one in a million, but I'll go ahead and just recap it for you real quick. So essentially, there's this really big, badass, evil Sith Lord motherfucker who's trying to take over the world, but before he can do it, he needs this ring, which is a ring of power, which essentially can resurrect him from the dead. And for some reason, this little ring ends up in this little no man's town all the way, like Arlington, Texas, for example. And it ends up in the hands of this little tiny hobbit creature. Long story short, it's his mission to go on this extensive, crazy death journey, going through all these miles of just uncharted territory, perils, dangers, things trying to kill him around every corner, running low on food. And after, I don't even know how long the time frame is for this whole journey or adventure, but maybe it's 6 months, a year. It's a long ass time. But by the end of the movie, he's hiking up this volcano, which is the only way they can destroy the ring, and he throws it into the volcano. So mission accomplished, but now the volcano is about to erupt. This guy is stuck there, can barely breathe. Every time he closes his eyes, it's like the world is blacking out and he's about to die. He's mottled, dirty, he's got black soot all over his body, and lava's about to come and he's about to die. But then out of nowhere, these big eagles pretty much fly in, save this little hobbit, and if you haven't seen the movie, I just ruined the plot for you. But anyways, they grab him and they take him to safety. Now, imagine that epic hero's tale, but like this. Let's say the hobbit has the ring, and the griffin picks him up at the beginning of the story, takes him all the way to the mountain, ring is destroyed, end of story. What just happened there? Well, first of all, there was no story because there was no plot. And there was no plot because there was no shortcomings or insecurities slash flaws slash things to overcome in his life. So what you get from that is no story, a very kind of sad, apathetic existence, and you know, it's just very, very boring. Now to translate that into one sentence, into what would have been, you know, quote unquote, your perfect life, or like reaching perfection without any trials and tribulations and things to achieve and things to overcome in your life, well, in a one-word sentence, your life would be pretty basic and apathetic. And is that really the life that you want to live? Probably not. Elaborating on this a little bit more, let's take a more popularly known superhero, Superman. Now, believe it or not, back in the day when Superman first came out, his only superpower was, I think, like super jump or some shit like that. So it's pretty much Superman. All he could do is like jump really high and go places. But you know, things caught on, and then the inventors of Superman decided, you know what? He can super jump, but let's give him like another power. Maybe now he can fly, and then they later add on like super strength. And I don't know the exact order. I'm not that much of a nerd, as nerdy as I am, but essentially it got to the point to where Superman could do everything. He was perfect, the end all be all, so be it. Nobody could step toe to toe with him, and you know, sales and Superman's popularity in general just plummeted down, 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 because like I said, what's interesting, cool, important, amazing about somebody who's perfect and has everything or can do anything? Not a damn thing. And then they added kryptonite, and then Superman's popular again because he actually does have a weakness. So, looking at this in your own lives, it's almost a good thing to have trials, tribulations, things you're insecure about, you know, things to overcome, challenges you want to pursue, ways you want to better yourself, and being imperfect is actually a really perfect thing because it lets you have adventures, experience self-growth, have your quote-unquote hero story, and you know, life can be very beautiful. I think in one sentence I would say it's good to have an end to journey too, but it's the journey that matters in the end. Hey, Carl. Camera.
What are you trying to do? No kind of upper body strength.
Say, "Huh." So as you can see, when everything is perfect, there's really no plot, no storyline, nothing interest. Life becomes very apathetic and boring. So if you had everything you could possibly imagine and there was nothing else you needed and there's nothing else you could want, you would be very unfulfilled and life would be boring and life would very much suck. That being said, all of these little shortcomings, trials, tribulations, things you've been working so hard your whole damn life to overcome, to be better, to learn, to adapt, to grow, this is the spice of your life. This is flavor. This is what makes your life rich and interesting and really provides for you to be the main character of your own movie and really enjoy your own, you know, hero's journey, so to speak. So, putting perspective on it, when you think about everything that way, today is perfect, tomorrow is going to be perfect, but today is more perfect because today is now, and now is all you really ever have. So grab it by the balls and just But now, with that being said, it's very easy to use that the opposite direction. Well, if everything's perfect and I would never actually reach perfect or this next level, would it make me happy? Why should I do anything with my life? And obviously that's a dumb answer, because there's more things to do in your life than just sit on the couch and smoke weed all day and do nothing productive with your life. Guys, you have a life to live. Get out there, have an adventure, have a journey. You're gonna have pursuits, you're gonna have things you want to do. That's okay, do them, but really enjoy the ride. So I want to take this time and go ahead and think about the last time you're on an elevator. You get on an elevator, the door closes, you hit a button, you wait a little bit, you get to another floor, you get off, you resume with your day. What are you doing on that elevator? You just stand there, maybe pull out your phone a little bit, diddle daddle, stand around idly, I don't know. But the point is, the ride ends at some point. Now, to take this analogy a little further, I want you to imagine yourself right now, standing up in your room, your house, wherever. Maybe an open field's actually better for this. Open field, I like that. Now, surrounded all around you are elevators as far as the eye can see. And each one of these elevators represents a pursuit in your life or some area you're advancing in, whether it's starting your business, being a better romantic partner, building a thriving relationship, taking care of your kids, friends, family, being a friend, making money, trying to buy a car, whatever. Anything you're ever trying to do, pursue, or excel at, all of these get one elevator. And you're surrounded by tons of elevators. Maybe some are closer to you and higher up than others, but the point is, these elevators will keep going up and up and up to infinity, guys. There's always a better. You can always outbest the last best. There's always another level to achieve. It really never ends. Now, the issue with this is these elevators go up to infinity, but unfortunately, your life is finite. And whether you want to or not, you're going to have to get off the elevator at some point. So why would you wait and think that you need to reach a certain level before you can rest, relax, be happy, enjoy the moment, when you might not, one, you might not get to that level, and two, if you got to that level, if you were in this bad of shape to where you're just go, 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 hungry, 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 enough was enough, enough was enough, when you actually did get there, you would be trying to get to the next level. And I used to be in this tormented state, like, so much. I think I threw this example in my last video, but I like it because it's a good one. With me, I love bodybuilding, I love lifting weights, training weights, sculpting, trying to get that nice aesthetic V-taper, that really, upper pectorals, deltoids, lats, just kind of that Hollywood-esque body. And, you kind of get lost in a haze, and it just never ends, because my physique would grow, I would put on some muscle, put on some size, but enough was just never enough. And it was almost impossible to actually just ground myself and just be very happy and secure and confident in the current moment. It's like other people see the work you put in, other people give you compliments. It's like, wow, you're so fit, or you look so good. But it's almost the hardest to take a step back and be proud of yourself for who you are, and really just be confident and grounded and happy with where you are in your journey. Now, taking this to the elevators, it's like the same thing as, the bodybuilding elevator. I'm just going up this, up this, up this, up this, trying to reach this higher level, higher level, higher level. And honestly, with bodybuilding, eventually it goes to like drugs and steroids, but you can almost keep going higher and higher. And while it is admirable to achieve such a high level, there's nothing good or glorious about it if I'm not enjoying the journey, enjoying going to the gym every day, enjoying the process, enjoying being fat before I started working out, enjoying not being in the best shape, enjoying being in good shape, enjoying being better in shape. Guys, it's all about taking a step back, riding all these elevators of your life, all these areas of pursuits, and, enjoying the ride. Because the ride ends at some point. And at some point, enough has to be enough. Good enough is good enough. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Think about this next time you're on an elevator. And don't let it waste. Definitely don't waste it. I know, I feel like I had some years where I kind of wasted a big portion of my life because I was really in this grinding, go-getter mode, just, on it, on it, on it, on it, on it. And really, ultimately, at the end, was just a lot of frustration because you just keep looking for that next goal, that next girl, that next car, that next whatever. And guys, it never ends. It ends when you take a step back, listen to the elevator music, and just enjoy the ride. Yeah, I spend on that. And up we go. Where we'll land, nobody knows. All I can see is the blue light in our reflection.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And
That's well, we can see it.
yeah, closer.
It's reflecting pretty hard, but the view's good.
Accept yourself for what you are. Living human being, goddammit.
Dallas things.
Yeah. We had to make. Oh, we got a little view
Yeah,
now.
there it is.
Yeah,
Hey.
a little bit of a view.
Hey, look at that traffic. 35 sucks. You know that. Everyone
So,
knows that.
on the quest to achieve perfection.
Oh, it's done.
Damn
Sorry.
it. Never mind. Alright guys, so gonna go ahead and close out this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it shed some insight on your life. I hope you undergo your own personal hero's journey and now look at insecurities, imperfections, flaws in a completely different and almost awesome way. And when you look at it like that, guys, life is just fucking beautiful. Every day's a journey. Every little... Alright, I lost it there. But anyways, guys, remember, join the movement, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of personal growth, self-improvement type videos. Subscribe, 14RN. I'll see you on the next time. Be your best self.
All right.
Got it?